Hello Gemini, welcome to your relationships reading for mid-March until mid-April 2025. It's going to be general, so please take what resonates and just let the rest go. And let's welcome in the beautiful high-frequency archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, and our higher selves to assist us with this reading. Okay, so let's see what's going to jump out here. It's actually very sunny and warm here today. I can just see the light shining through there. Apologies for that light. Actually, I might just close that blind. Okay, it's better. It's getting a little warm in here. Okay, so let's see what's going to jump out here for you, Gemini. Okay. The one facing up on top is the High Priestess. So I think you're doing a bit of a waiting on something at the moment, and you're, or rather the relationship is being put on hold for whatever reason. I'm just going to give this another quick shuffle here. The Four of Swords did drop out there as well, which is just kind of confirming that anyway. So we'll just put that back in there. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck here for some reason. Okay, Gemini, let's have a look. Your current energy, you pulled the World here. Okay. I'm going to grab a few cards and then we will see what's the go is here. So, yeah, so things could be put on hold at the moment. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to pause for a second. Okay, Gemini, so it seems like this, that both you and this other person are going through a lot of changes, a lot of personal changes, okay, that is, I guess, in some ways, taking away from the relationship. However, the connection is, to some extent, for the sake of activating both your inner wisdoms. You are kind of just maybe at a bit of a, I guess I could say, stalemate, or just a pause. Okay, activating your wisdom here and just in terms of change, the other person is going through changes here. Okay, Eight of Wands. There's also a change of thought pattern here, going through some changes. There's also the number 7 here. Okay, this is about the other person working on their own authenticity, but perhaps also being a little guarded with that and having maybe just sort of protecting their energy, okay, as well. This can also be, of course, that energy of being like closed off or not so available here. And I think there is a reason for that, Gemini, because, I mean, let's just briefly talk about this other person again. They have good intentions, okay? They have positive feelings towards you, okay, Gemini? But they're protecting their energy because you are going through some major stuff here, okay? This is a lot of change. You're stepping through a portal, okay? You're having some successes yourself. You're reaching some milestones here out in the world. And Wheel of Fortune is also here for you. So you're ending a cycle, okay? You're creating your legacy. So you could certainly be focused on creating financial stability and stepping up with regard to your, social and emotional well-being, and possibly in your career, okay? So I think at the moment, it's literally like on the reading, the King of Wands here, the other person is literally just sitting there and looking at you going through all this stuff, okay? And they're likely impressed, but they also have their own things that they are working on, okay? This could be some limiting self-beliefs. It could be some habits here, but I think it could also be that they maybe underestimate their own abilities to some extent, perhaps even in the relationship. But they could also be, you know, still attracted to you sexually as well, or just attraction generally. But I think you're even working on your own healing here as well, Gemini. Okay. You are looking at getting your heart and mind in alignment. Okay. At the moment, I think you're still working on that process. You have a beautiful 3 of Pentacles here. I think you're collaborating with others, and you are kind of in the beginning stages of building something here. Really, that's going to be really great for you, and, you know, potentially for this connection as well. But I think there's an element of uncertainty here. This other person, whilst he's sort of, you know, he or she is looking towards you, okay, there's also a movement away, and I think this could be an oscillation, okay, of those energies, you know, and certainly of feelings within the person as well. And they could even be looking at the devil can also talk about shadow work, but also about general hard work. So they could be, you know, quite tenacious and generally putting in and doing the stuff, okay, making efforts, okay. But, yeah. But, you know, generally there could be an element of, you know, of codependent sort of energy as well, possibly. And okay, so this is the 10 of Wands. So isn't that interesting? That was looking to clarify this, High Priestess. So I think you've both been going through a lot of hard work, and I think maybe there's some, you know, there's some wounding here that's taken its toll, okay? So potentially this is the other person. When I say wounding, I'm talking inner child stuff, maybe from childhood. I'm not saying that you've been going at each other, okay? But I think there's some stuff from the past here that you've both been working on. But I feel like it's going to be getting clearer because the other person has this in terms of the changes that they're going to make. And this is you stepping through a portal and having success and reaching, you know, with your changes here. This is the World, but that can be a suspension of activity. I think you're slowly building to the point of the changes are actually going to start. You're going to start seeing the rewards and the benefits of that, okay. So let's grab another card for your energy here, Gemini. Okay, Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think you're paying really close attention to your emotions at the moment, and that makes sense because I think you are, instead of allowing your thoughts to snowball and to really basically put you into low mood states, so in other words, low emotional vibes, you're really tuning into when this is starting to happen, and I think you're really nipping it in the bud here, and you're really upping your frequency. This with the Queen of Cups. I think you're really knowing what you need to do here, and yeah, with regard to the relationship, but just with regard to you personally, okay. And I think maybe this, you know, if this has gone on with you from childhood, maybe that's sort of got in the way of being able to, you know, I guess in some level to connect intimately on an emotional level, possibly, you know, if that resonates. So this is the, you know, Queen of Cups come to your aid here, and this could be a spirit guide too. It's really helping you with your emotional well-being at the moment, and that makes sense. I mean, if you're coming into mastery of that, you know, stepping through that portal and achieving things and working towards your legacy, that energy is going to help you with that, okay. Let's grab an energy for the other person. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Okay, so, you know, maybe this, the other person is sort of having, you know, they could be having issues with their own sense of self-worth, or with their own, what value they bring to the connection. Maybe they're concerned that, you know, what you have to offer, or what you're holding here is kind of, you know, maybe they don't feel that they're up for it, or that they're, you know, that they're struggling with their own things at the moment as well. Okay. Because essentially there's a lot of change. Okay, this is a 5, so also change going on for them. I'm going to grab another one for the center. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is sort of echoing the High Priestess energy a little bit. There's, you know, a juggling, a rebalancing, and it's almost like, this is interesting how there's 2 children here. Okay, so I mentioned before about perhaps both you and this other person going through some inner child healing at this time. Okay, and of course, very wise of the High Priestess to be careful, cautious, patient, and yeah, just being able to just take the time to just wait and see, okay, what happens here. Yeah, so that's a nice clarification there. I'm going for time. Yeah, I'm going to quickly just grab another one for the other person and for yourself. Okay, that one flipped in the middle. Yeah, Page of Cups. So this is kind of, you know, like the healing. Perhaps this other person is looking at, you know, looking more at their emotional state and their emotional well-being, okay? Taking responsibility for that themselves, rather than, I think, you know, looking to you to provide that, okay? All of the time, okay? Let's grab another one for you. Okay. Oops. Okay. All right, Gemini, we have the King of Wands come out here, and this is about your commitment and dedication. And I feel like what you're committing to here is at the energies at the moment are, you know, there's an old cycle ending, a new cycle beginning, and this is about you creating the abundance, okay? And I feel like you are in the throes of, you know, doing some healing, being committed to that, and being dedicated to move on forward through that healing. And yeah, here you are, you know, stepping through that portal and making those changes as well. Yeah, so let's just grab a card here. Let's just ask Spirit and say, okay, what will be the long term? Is this connection potentially going to be like successful in the longer term? I feel like you're going through both through big changes and reorientation. Let's just see. This is successful in the long term. Okay, Strength. Well, it could well be successful. This is a very positive card, but it's going to take both people to focus their energies on achieving success, looking at, you know, perseverance, patience, dedication, determination, you know, and keeping an optimistic outlook, okay? And both people activating their inner strength, and I think taking self-responsibility here as well. Okay, so that could be what's needed for the long-term success, okay? So, yeah, I hope that's been helpful, Gemini. I look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, great week. I'll see you again soon.